Hey guys, so I saw a YouTuber do a video on products which she changed her mind on, and I thought that was a pretty good idea. I don't have that much because it's very rare I will change my mind on a product, but here is a few which I have changed my mind on. So the first one I have here is the Britney Spears Fantasy. Now this is a toilet. So when I first got this, first off, I didn't know there was a toilet version. I picked it up not knowing it was a toilet version, and if it was, I probably wouldn't have picked it up. I smelt it and everything, and I really liked it. I said it was like a watered down version of part of the parfum version. Now I don't really reach for it, and plus I feel it's not just like a watered down. It has like a soapy scent added to it or something, which is really weird. Like, it is a watered down version of the original, but it also has like a soapy finish to it, which is really weird. Like they've added a note in it or something. I don't know, but I just don't reach for it. And yeah, it is like a watered version of the perfume, but I swear they've added something else to it. So I don't really recommend that you give this a go. Because I know fantasy, the normal fantasy, people say it's a bit too sickly sweet and everything like that, but I won't go ahead and get this just because it has a weird soapy scent to it. Right, next product I have is this one. This is the Dior Forever Skin Foundation. Right, I did a review of this. I still believe in the review, but I've tried this now many times, and what I would say is, if you are going through a day where you've got problematic skin, or you're somebody who has problematic skin, then I don't recommend it, because I mentioned in the review, and the time I was testing it, I did have a bit of problematic skin at the time, and I said I didn't really like the finish of it. Now I still don't like the finish of it when when I'm going through breakouts or whatever. If I've got clear skin or not that bad of a skin, it's an alright finish. So I would say with this is, if you've got problematic skin, I don't recommend that you pick it up, but if you've got perfect skin, then I do recommend that you do pick it up. So it's one of them foundations. Next product I have, this is the Too Faced chocolate bar palette. Now what I would say about this is, I think I was a little bit too harsh on it. I do still think that it's a little bit of a rip-off, just because of, the quality of them. They do have massive fallout. You do get kickback. I don't mind kickback. It's just the fallout that pissed me off so much. But the colours are really nice. So I think I was a little bit too harsh, but I do still think that is bit of a rip-off, and I do reach more with my I Heart Chocolate palette dupe of this. But I just wanted to make it clear, because it may have been a little bit too over the top of me hating this, but I think because I was so hyped up for this, I was a bit disappointed. I just let the disappointment just take over. I mean, as I said, it's an alright palette. It lasts alright on the eyelids. It's just the fallout which I didn't really care much for, and that's the reason why I hated on this palette so much. But the colours are alright, so I would say it's an alright palette. Like, if you don't mind fallout, then you probably go for it. I mean, I don't reach for it that much just because of the fallout, but I mean, if you don't mind fallout, you probably like. Well, a lot of people do like it, but for me, it's just overpriced, because it's not like a little bit of fallout. It's quite a bit of fallout for me, and for a high-end palette, that is a lot. But I just thought I'd mention this just because I think I was a little bit too harsh towards it, but I still don't reach for it that often, and the smell is just a bit overpowering. Alright, next product I have is the Avon Super Shock Gel Eyeliner Pencil. So I rave about this so much. I really like how it glides onto the eyes really well. Like, it's a gel in a pencil form. Now, since getting this, I've tried so many different eyeliners, and now I've come to the conclusion that this isn't really the best. I shouldn't probably put up with it, because first off, yeah, it does go on the eyes really well, really goes on really well, lasts really well, but it does smudge quite a bit. it can smudge quite a bit, should I say. And I've tried other eyeliners that are in my collection that don't smudge or smudge ever so slightly, where this one's the one that smudges quite a bit. So so that's the reason for that, why I've not gone ahead and got a black version of this, because I've just got eyeliners that don't smudge as much, and I've got some that don't smudge at all. So there's that, so I don't really recommend it anymore. So this is more to do with trying other things that I feel that are better. So there's that. And then the last product is the Avon Colour Trend lipstick in the shade Magic. Now this is literally a silver colour. So when I first bought this, I really didn't like it. Like, it went applied on the lips really patchy. So I was doing this alone, which I wanted. I wanted a silver to apply alone without, you know, putting it on top of another colour. But I realised that this product wasn't made for that, because it went on really patchy on the lips. So a new way that I've used it is to use it as a topper on top of other lipsticks. I don't reach for it as often just because of that, and it's a little bit of hassle, but I do, you know, it's a use for it. I wouldn't repurchase it, but you know, it is there. It's a use. I found a use for it, so it's not completely going to waste. But yeah, that is basically it for this, you know, video. So bye guys.